In this video we'll be taking a look at the speeder bike and scout trooper for the vintage collection. So this is something I've been really looking forward to in my collection for many years now. I've always passed up on the speeder bikes. One that's always stuck out to me, or one set that's always stuck out to me that I really hope to get at some point, is the Haas speeder bikes. I think they came out during the Legacy collection around 2009, 2010. I recall seeing them in stores at the time, but I just passed up on them and favor something else. But it's one I always keep an eye out every now and then, hope to be able to get someday. And I also haven't gotten any speeder bikes based upon Return of the Jedi at this point, which I do recall seeing the Toys R Us exclusive one back around 2010, 2011 I think it was. And unfortunately missed out on that at the time. But now we finally have one in my collection. I do have the Bark speeder bike for the Clone Wars line, and I'll feature that someday as well. This is a pretty nice set. It's not worth $50, I'll say that, but if you can find it for $30 or under, which is what I did, I think that's more fair. And at this time I just have the one bike. At some point I may get a second one, we'll see. But let's just go ahead and take a look at this box art here first. Nice image of the speeder bike and scout trooper there with the card art. Featured what's inside the box, or what's hopefully inside the box. I have heard some stories of people opening this up and finding a Snoke inside instead of the scout trooper. So that's something to be watching out for. Make sure your package has the tape on the side here, and that it's not broken in any way or cut. And basically the same thing on the back here. Nice image on the side there. Scout trooper taking a break on a speeder bike. And I think, yeah, this side's got a unique one as well, holding his blaster pistol. Nice diorama background. And here's a few more on top of him, showing off some of the features on the bike. Take a look at the card the scout trooper comes in. This one's really nostalgic to me. I recall getting the VOTC scout trooper back in 2006, which I do have here to show you here in a little bit. So it's nice 17 years later to be able to get another scout trooper with this card art in the collection. He does have an unpunched card as well, which is nice. It's VC273, and I got a lot of these reviewed on the channel now. Clone is, Hunter is, Piet is, Starkiller will be coming soon, and now the Scout. So that's card art, and we'll look at the instructions here. Just to show you what those look like. Need instructions to show you how to put the scout trooper on his own speeder bike. Here's some of the accessories and how you can display the stand. Let's take a look at this. So there is a lot of nice weathering on the speeder bike there. Has some scuffs and some scrapes. You can tell it's seen some action. So we'll take a look at the back here first. Here's the, what I assume is some type of pillow. Then we have these flaps in the back that can rotate down like that, or the engines, or the thrusters I should say. And for the weaponry there, and here's the stand. You can rotate this around and get in various positions if you want them, like that for instance, or you can have them all the way up like that. And you can also pop this out like so, and you can put them in other positions if you want, something like that even, if you want to keep them really low to the ground. And let's go ahead and take them off. And last kind of interesting feature about this is you can pop the hood up there. And I assume is the engine. You could have an Imperial engineer bring him out and do a diorama scene of him working on it. Some of the controls. And the foot pads. And for the Scout himself, he is a very nice upgrade. I really like him. And we'll just bring some of his predecessors out right now. Here's the Black Series 3 3/4 inch Scout Trooper. And here he is with my original from the VLTC line, which is severely yellowed, unfortunately. It's about the only yellowed action figure I have. And I think he's gotten even worse over the last year, because I recall looking at him last year, and yeah, he was getting yellowed, but he was nowhere near this bad. And he's never been exposed to sunlight or anything, so it's just the type of plastic that Hasbro used. Here they are all side by side. As you can see, I think this new Scout Trooper is holding up really well. Helmet's much bigger. So in terms of articulation here, he does have a joint at the neck there, which as you can see is very fluid about where you can rotate this around. You get him in various poses. And he also has hinged shoulders and hinged elbows and swivel forearms there, and joint at the torso. And he does have hinged hips and no swivel thigh, but he does have hinged knees, and he does have a swivel leg there, which is pretty interesting that Hasbro did that. Then he does have rocker ankles. So he is using some previous tooling for the Scout Trooper, which I'm pretty sure he's just borrowing some parts from this one. Maybe even this one a little bit. terms of weapons and accessories, just the standard blaster that we've gotten with so many action figures over the years. Nothing new about that, but it does fit in this holster. Right there. And before we wrap up this review, let's just see if some of these other scouts can fit on the speeder bike. So you can get the Black Series 1 to fit. Which looks pretty good. Even without the rocker ankles, it's no problem. I'm pretty sure this is the Scout Trooper that was used in the Toys R Us exclusive speeder bike from years ago, and he was just re-released in the Black Series line. But he looks pretty good. If you have one of these lying around and you want to use them for a speeder bike, it's definitely doable. Now let's see if we can try and get this guy on. And it's certainly doable. Looks a little more awkward compared to the other two because he doesn't have the hinge tips. But you can still make it work a little bit. It's not perfect, but it's good enough to get the point across. And you might have to be flexible with where you have this, for instance. So that's the speeder bike and Scout Trooper. Would I recommend this for your collection? I definitely would. It's one of the most iconic vehicles from Star Wars, I think. And you can't really go wrong with having any of these for your collection, no matter what type of collection you have. Even if you're more interested in the prequels or some other era, you can't go wrong with having some speeder bikes in your collection. The Scout Trooper is really nice as well. It's definitely the definitive Scout Trooper, I think. I have no complaints about it. It's reusing a lot of good previous tooling, and the new parts about it are unique and look great. So I'm very happy to have this set. Is it worth $44.99 or more? No, but like I said, if you can get it for $30 or less, I think you're getting a really good deal on this. So anyways, that concludes this review. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more reviews in the future. There will be plenty more to come. And if you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I greatly appreciate your support. And check out the links in the description as well. And thanks for watching.